Series on EA Sports.
Don't nobody want that old nigga.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Very short kick taken right at the 20. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yo, hold the fuck on. The fuck is this? Depth chart. Defensive tackle. Pierce Brown. Okay. Pierce. Yo, how come my boy? What number is you? Hold on. That's what I need to see. Okay, you in the 4-3. What number you rocking? 94.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Boy, ain't no running here, nigga. Oh, Watson, that's why. The Cardinals. Man, I don't know why they ain't got my defensive tackle in here on most of these plays. I had to sub his ass in.
Maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go
there it is, baby.
The biggest one's
there it is.
Back in to try and keep you clean, but in that case, that didn't happen.
Where you going?
And a sack resulted.
That's incomplete, but there is
sorry, Brown.
Down, so
personal foul, roughing the passer.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Yeah. You know what?
Watson.
Your blue tape?
Incomplete.
No.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Come the fuck on, bruh.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Hunter Renfrow, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
Secondary linebackers, that's what we need to work on.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's Ward on 1st and 10.
Okay.
And that is incomplete.
Ward's pass intended for Dion.
And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of cobbling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, had the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get.
It's going to be a long game. Goddamn.
Sideline and in his locker room. Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Markel Lee came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really difficult. You're asking...
Good sack. Good sack, Brown.
Derek Brown providing a little deja vu.
You want to be X Factor.
And now they're staring at a 4th and long. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Ward. And he goes back with one complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
33-yard line.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
You give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
Ward to throw on 3rd down. Able to find
Good catchers.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taking
All depends on the situation. You can hold X and do it, but you can tap it. Like if I'm running up the gut, I see somebody coming right off the back, off the line about to get me. I tap X, he throw a quick one, and he can keep on moving. You hold X is more of a powerful one.
That's a big time play by the defense.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when you run up, yeah, it's. Yeah, so it all depends. If I hold X, it's a power stiff. Like I'm trying to. It's just like with the jukes. If you juke, you flick it real quick, and it's a quick ass juke. But if you hold it, it's a hard juke.
Now Ward to throw on 2nd down. And he's not able to get
Come on,
away.
man.
Sacked back at the 22. Justin Houston able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
But no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a
Offensive line. Do need
the
that.
momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a
Under pressure again. And
Man, somebody guard this nigga. God damn.
Justin Houston able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Cardinals 7, Monarchs nothing.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing.
What, left hand, right hand? Or?
So as it turns out, that sack
Yeah,
doesn't wind up
when you run it, just tap X and he'll switch hands.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
At their own 25-yard line.
Deshaun Watson making his way back out. The focus of our players' spotlight.
Yeah.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They toss it out right to Johnson. Oh, what a juke into space. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays.
You ain't got to worry about my team this early, y'all.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
A shotgun snap
Come
for
on,
Watson.
man.
It's caught left side
Too many
for
fucking
Cooks.
weaknesses on this team,
Taking
bro.
it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson.
Like, why is he wide open?
Man, it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year. And that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
What kind of fucking throw was that, bruh?
And that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
This this offense on third down today. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll run forward with Pollard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Pollard. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And always going to be knocked down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Who the fuck is Ho?
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this 1st half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now left side on the swing pass. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
The 2-yard line.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25 yards.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now the second down throw on target. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Watson looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Steps away to his left.
Come the fuck on, bro. Fuck y'all standing there for?
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this week 3 matchup.
Mitch Wishnowski set.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Pollard, the ball.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Moore. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Run for Pollard. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
Ward now on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They went
This game,
5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go
17-10. Cardinals are up.
They'll try and throw for it here.
They up. God damn, bruh.
And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize
that's why.
any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Watson.
Boy, I swear to God, Watson throws the ball as soon as Chase Young breaks the line of scrimmage. Man, that's that bullshit.
That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get.
As soon as you break the line of scrimmage, bro, that nigga gone.
Complete the tight end Kelsey. And he'll get
bro, let's hold him to a fucking field goal. Offense ain't moving the ball.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Watson. Flushed out right.
Got your bitch ass. As soon as I pull off my special move, he take off, bro. It is. It ain't like he taking off far. I'm just saying I can't get my sack. That's the whole thing. He ain't getting nowhere.
But it does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
He's not getting loose. It's just the fact that as soon as I break the line of scrimmage, that nigga throw the ball away. Or he try to take off.
And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Means I can't. I've sacked him one time. Can't sack that nigga, bro.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen.
He ain't hitting. He's just a normal.
And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it.
It's like these niggas in a perfect position every time.
To throw is Ward.
Come the fuck on, bruh.
Where to go here? He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back.
That nigga done got.
Scoop and score they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. McKenzie returning it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do. And
he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Presidential yard games with tackling. Large area pressure. That's Geno Atkins. But this nigga Justin Houston, boy, god damn. I wasn't even paying attention to the damn clock. That's gonna hurt.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Nigga got 4 sacks, bro.
Now 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hold
on. Operating from the gun.
Got it.
Harris has it over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy.
I just build this quarterback.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Pollard.
And they keep pushing me back.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run.
It is. My line is, they young and commons or normals.
Here's Pollard again.
Tony Pollard, the ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play.
Look at that bullshit, bruh.
Or you can decide to throw the ball now because
that's 2 bat downs for that nigga.
Welcome back now here in London. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's Kahn. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Throwing on 3rd down.
Come the fuck on, bruh.
Find and complete it to Renfro. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona 1st.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets. On 1st down, it's Johnson.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box.
Look at that, bro. This nigga is all... They kill him on the slant plays, bro.
They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
I should have left it the way it was. This is the higher part of the scheme. Like, this is offense was 81, defense is 97. I should have left it the way it was. My team was playing better.
Closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah. Well, I flop between man and zone. But they don't do good in zone. They don't do good in man.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
There you go.
Dancing to his left. And bulldozing his way through. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the
That
advantage.
nigga need to hurry up and retire.
All over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will
It's about to be another one of those seasons.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they
I ain't too worried about it. I beat them at least one time every season.
I think you're exactly right. You can see them sag on their sideline, but I think this one might.
But it's like my offense can't move the fucking ball.
Here's Ward on first down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call, and they feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be
throw it to the running back. So fucking slow. Yeah, he could sling that bitch. Don't get me wrong. He just ain't got no accuracy deep. Boom. If I get somebody like Emmanuel Hall, I'm about to start putting Emmanuel Hall out there because he's fast enough to get those deep routes.
Dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Ward to throw on third down.
Throw it too fucking far, bro. God damn. Yeah, rotate my receivers. Oh, that's how you do it, Ant. Go to so rotate. You talk about rotating your receivers in, right? Just go to your. Yeah, because I put audible subs in. So they sub in, sub out, whether they tired or not. That way everybody get a touch of the ball. I got like 6 receivers, bro. I don't need all of them, but I play them all.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Brings up second and
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That second down play nets a -4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I really
I thought
gotta
they were
work on
going to
my
switch out of it. I
offense.
didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
the ball carrier.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense. What's the deal, y'all?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Gonna throw deep for the end zone.
Oh my God, be more accurate with that pass.
With 10 seconds left in the end zone. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ward going for it all.
Yeah, but I know Devontae
Stopping the clock with 5 seconds
Hall
to
can
go.
catch that bitch.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defensive.
Yeah.